when the current president, a Democrat, is AWOL and apparently not able to execute the duties of the office.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett just voted against the CR, and I want to tell you why.
The Democrats just voted to shut down the government because they would rather shut down the government and fight for global censorship bullshit.
Today, I came to party.
Well, we have elected Donald Trump as president, but as for right now, no one is president. Joe Biden's not president. The Democrats say as much. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. This is where we have found each other. So thank you guys for subscribing always. Click. Give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Here's Scott Jennings on where's the president?
For this squarely on Elon Musk first and foremost, and Trump after that, and that would be the timeline of how this played out. What do you say to her?
Well, she let the mask slip right at the end. She said, "Who's the president right now?" I mean, who's the president-elect? But she asked the right question first. Who is the president right now? Joe Biden, who we rarely hear from, and the Wall Street Journal reported today, has been diminished for the last 4 years. And we've had unelected people running around, running the federal government, apparently.
The Wall Street Journal said it themselves. We have no president. Someone else who was not elected president, Joe Biden, is running this country. A lot have speculated Barack Obama, but I think someone else, someone much scarier and even darker than that. Bizarre, anonymous panel somewhere. I don't know who. I know it's not Joe Biden running the country. So when a Democrat says, hey, Elon Musk is running the country too much, they're going like, well, you don't seem very concerned that Joe Biden isn't driving the car. Which is even months ago, when Nikki Haley was saying chaos follows Trump wherever he goes, she wasn't talking about Elon Musk and what we're seeing. You can't get a photo of Trump without Musk being in it. And I'm not saying that to mock. I'm just saying it's an incredible turn of affairs.
Yeah, he's very influential. I actually talked to a member of Congress today about this whole situation, and he said that when Musk sent out his tweet, the first tweet about this whole deal.
Like he's never seen so much pork in his life.
Instantly the phone started ringing.
That shows the power of Elon Musk, but is it an evil power? Just so you know, I want you to keep seeing what they're all claiming. All Elon Musk did was tell everyone what was in the bill. He tweeted about it. That is, he communicated the truth to people, and everyone's phones lit up in Congress. Do you see what that is? The people, Elon Musk is becoming the voice of the people. Now, what's weird is we have a House of Representatives. They're a House of Representatives that are supposed to represent us. So why aren't you representing us? Why is Elon Musk representing us? Because you are not.
In the congressional office, and people from the district started calling. And so that's real power, that, the power to communicate and then have it instantly translate into, in that case, grassroots action. So you can see why members of Congress are, running around, freaking out a little bit about what's happening. I think likely what's going to happen tonight, hopefully, you get 38 Republican no votes here. You get Donald Trump on the phone. You try to begin to work inside the party to pull those people back. It's easier to win the debate over blame if your party is unified. The way to unify the party has always been to get Trump involved in it more.
Right. The Democrats only lost 2. I mean, 2 Democrats voted for it. The Republicans lost 38.
Those numbers are important because right now there's a war going on over how this thing is going to go down. We need to remind everyone the Democrats shut down the government. The Democrats didn't vote for this thing. They go, but Republicans didn't vote for it either. Well, that's true, but only 2 Democrats voted for the continued resolution. So they're more responsible. Here's Elon Musk on that exact topic. A super fair and simple bill was put to vote, and only 2 Democrats in Congress were in favor. Therefore, responsibility for the shutdown rests squarely on the shoulders of Rep. Jeffries. So this is the blame game. Remember, the Democrats want to blame the Republicans and tell the public, we shut down the government and you're not getting your benefits and your freebie checks and military checks. So it's not our fault, it's the Republicans' fault. And the Republicans are going, no, the Democrats didn't go for our deal, so it's their fault. Well, you know who else didn't vote for it? A bunch of Republicans. These are frankly fiscal Republicans, people to Trump's right. I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this. People call Chip Roy Chip Soy. Trump even threw him under the bus today, making some trouble. But Chip Roy would not vote for this thing, saying it increased the debt by $5 trillion. And he's right. Again, I support Trump, but I'm only saying Chip Roy, fiscal conservative. Here's Nancy Mace. She's a fiscal conservative who will not support it. It's that group of guys, the hardcore conservatives to Trump's right, fiscal conservatives, you know, the Rand Paul types, the Thomas Massey types. Here's Tim Burchett. He didn't support it.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett just voted against the CR, and I want to tell you why. It's over $1 trillion, and we never even got to read the dadgum bill. $100 billion in disaster assistance that we're given to this administration to spend in the next 30 days. We don't trust them with 50 cents. $5.7 billion in there for submarines. Now you got to ask yourself, what does that have to do with this? Why is it in there? And then it's a continuation of Pelosi-Schumer spending levels. Dadgummit, we can do better. This is not the way to run a government. You all elected us to do it differently, and that's what we need to do. Thank y'all so much for sending me here.
I like that appreciation. Thank you so much for sending me here. I also like bringing up the drones, because you guys know I have the theory that the reason why the drones are there, that I believe they're ours, and I believe it's because there's a Russian sub off our East Coast. And why is there billions of dollars in this CR, this bill, to build subs, to fund our subs? Maybe I'm right. Here's J.D. Vance.
Look, I'll say one thing. The Democrats just voted to shut down the government, even though we had a clean CR, because they didn't want to give the president negotiating leverage during his first term, or during the first year of his new term. And number two, because they would rather shut down the government and fight for global censorship bullshit. They've asked for a shutdown, and I think that's exactly what they're going to get.
38 Republicans vote against it as well.
Okay, they're fighting for globalist censorship. The Democrats are. That's a very interesting insult. But the bigger one that he said right there at the end, he said they're voting for a government shutdown, and I think they're going to get one. I think Trump and J.D. Vance are okay with a government shutdown to get what they want. They only have to wait till January 20th till they can get a few more majority people in the House. But given how divided we are, they're going to have to do massive fiscal responsibility if they're going to get Nancy Mace, Tim Burchett, Chip Roy on board, Thomas Massey, Rand Paul, you know, the fiscal hardcore people on the right. Marjorie Taylor Greene to cut the debt on the military spending and the sub spending. They're going to have to really gut it. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's what the American people voted for. Here's more on Joe Biden's absence. He is not running the country. That in of itself should be a massive crisis. It's almost like he's been assassinated, like that level of crisis. And the Democrats don't care, and the press do not care.
So if that is what they're worried about, if they're worried about people who aren't Donald Trump, running the government or having influence, I wonder where they've been the last 4 years. Now, this doesn't excuse anybody's behavior on Capitol Hill tonight, but I think it's pretty rich for Democrats to be worried about people who aren't Donald Trump having influence when the current president, a Democrat, is AWOL and apparently not able to execute the duties of the office.
So who is running the government? The Democrats are claiming Elon Musk is running it instead of Trump, which of course is foolish and stupid. Okay, that's just a crybaby. They're just trying to get to Trump. In reality, though, they will not address that Joe Biden isn't running the country. Who is running it? It's creating chaos in our government, chaos everywhere. We need someone in charge. Of course, we're only going to go without Biden for another 30 days, then Trump gets inaugurated. But can we hold that tight? Can you hold that tight? Most of all, tell me in the chat below, who is running the government? Do you still think it's Barack Obama? I don't think it is. But you let me know. I care what you think. I'm Doug in Exile.